Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready.
REDDY, resilience in my eyes, education, discipline, determination, and that's why.
Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready.
Welcome to another episode of Ready Pipeline Podcast. I want you to be ready, stay ready. I want you to be all ready. It's me, TNT, and you know what it is right here.
Yeah, man, you know it's Warriors Wake Up Soul. Just checked in. What mission are we on today, man? Dr. J. Money, another Ready Pipeline Podcast. Ready to go get it. And how you feeling today, TNT?
You know what? I'm feeling good. I mean, we outside, dog.
We outside down there, all hell. Setting up out our little birds, treated all perfect here, some calls here.
We outside. Matter of fact, we're on the youth campus of TCC. What's this, downtown?
Daytime. Milk for Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I know you guys, some of you just coming off the spring break. We've had all kind of festivity around March Madness. Down here in Texas, we got, we represent the Texas Relays. Not Paris, on Bill Counts. Yeah, so we think, hey, this the festive time, the fun time, but it's also the tired time too. So, hey, just bear with yourself and absolutely paste it, some marathon. It's a marathon. But yeah, so what's going on too, man?
Man, not much. We are fresh off of spring break. Coming into that final phase.
Yes.
Like you said, man, students is tired. Even on the collegiate level, the students is like, oh man, we gonna get there. But hey, it's the final phase. It's the last quarter. We got to take it through the finish line. Yeah, right. It's time to gear up and finish, man. What's the best ways for our families, our educators, our communities to really finish through this school year, and really provide the best opportunity for our young warrior scholars to really finish strong, man. What's your thoughts on that? Finishing strong.
Well, this year, this is the time where the camaraderie starts to kind of kick in. And when we have our camaraderie, that's everybody on campus, hanging out, socializing. Matter of fact, we played a staff game against another staff. The students got to see us kind of being vulnerable. We're starting to have fun with each other because we are at that point where we getting tired of each other. We hadn't seen each other for a while, and the newness and wore off, and now we smell each other's stank. And it's not their fault, what I'm saying? So, this so-and-so, my nerve, this so-and-so, my nerve, and so what I'm encouraging, get out and socialize. I'm looking forward to, on my campus. Matter of fact, we'll have a Biggest Loser Challenge coming up. So we're about to start that and put $10 in the pot. The winner takes all. If you gain if you gain a pound, for everybody you gain, you got to put a dollar into the pot. So it's something fun, it's competitive, it's healthy, it's just bringing everyone together. Well, we have that, we'll do this little pickleball challenge to go out and play pickleball. So that's finding ways to kind of have fun with each other, enjoy each other. And so, when we get in the workplace, we're able to keep that socializing, aspect going, and keeping that recreation going, and kids can feed off that. Kids, they're gonna feed. Whatever energy you give them, they're gonna reciprocate that energy towards not only you but themselves. So, that's what we're doing. That's what I have, man.
Absolutely, man. I definitely know that is extremely important, man. That we able to take a deep breath, take a size and going into this fourth quarter, this last stretch of the school year. I love the notion of having different competitions that will reinvigorate, rejuvenate the minds, bodies, and spirits, because they got to be aligned, man, to finish, especially to finish strong as we get through this testing season.
Good.
Kids get ready for the summer and all these different things, families and whatnot, man. I love that idea. I think it's something that, should be taken up as a consistent, measure throughout the year, but at this time it's just been set for the stress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the stress, man, we want to minimize that, because in those stress, though, we start to lose our awareness, our alertness. You know what I'm saying? We start to miss and overlook, and we start to get that short views that shifts oftentimes our perspective of situations that happen in our classrooms, that happen, or, you know, as it relates to the relationships we have with other, you know, with other people, you know, with other, if you're educated with other educators, you know, at the beginning of the year, you might have put up with some stuff this time, and they said something, it sounded, it might have been the same sentence, because of the fact that it's question, but in April, it sounded like they cussed you out.
Yeah, right.
That thing's almost sound like you had an attitude. It was something different about it. But it's something that, you know, we really have to have that awareness, that consciousness, to say, okay, now that's let me hold on before I react in a way that may cause a rift in a relationship that's necessary to finish this year out strong. Because as soon as those relationships start to rift as the village, you know, it starts to jeopardize our ability to collectively and collaboratively, you know, impact, raise, cultivate, and protect our children, man, as we are in position to do more.
So it created gaps. And when it create gaps, those students find those gaps and they fall in those gaps and those cracks. And that's when you start losing, I don't know ourselves, but we start losing our students as well. But it was, you touched on it, but it's that thing of, I have someone to lean on. Yeah, like even though I'm tired, and sometimes, not even sometimes, statistically, this is when most teachers kind of lose their job. Yeah, you know, after in between screen break and screen read out is when teachers lose their job. They say something that's a little inappropriate. They may do something that's inappropriate, and it's not, you know, it's not, well, it's malicious from the eye view, but mentally, it's something that you drain, you fatigue, and with your fatigue, Jimmy Johnson said, you know, fatigue will make a punk out of you, and make you do things that you normally wouldn't do. So and that's what we have to build that muscle, and like you said, you know, doing that throughout the school year, so you can have that muscle, you can build that muscle, so when it's time to flex that muscle, you're able to flex it, and it's able to work for you. And so finding those areas and making the school year fun. Like I do not want to go into a place, a building for 8 hours and be just, you know, so drained and so beat up, or so this thing that just not wanting to be there. So I have to have fun. I'm gonna create fun. Like, that's one thing. I'm gonna laugh. I'll just go some way. I'm gonna enjoy myself, you know, whatever it may be. So that's what I want you guys be. You know, find a way. You know, everyone. You have each campus has its own identity. Each campus has its own. You know, its own. What's the word is? Culture. Yeah, the culture. Like, yeah, you have that thing, and you just have to tap into it. Yeah, tap into it. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable in a sense, a safe vulnerability. Safe vulnerability. Yeah. But be vulnerable in saying, you know, no, I don't go out with my coworkers, but hey, let's go out. Yeah. Nah, I'm not saying go out and feel it or anything. You just go do all.
Don't be crazy with free. Right. If that's y'all on the news. And it's so and so that wearing down the street with the Don't hurt you. What they call it? New Orleans bees. Don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know, bees. Bees don't let nobody tell me though. But nah, well, they just have safe fun. I'm telling you, there's so many things that you could do. And I'm telling you this, it's a little trick. I'm gonna be a little nutty. If you don't know how to do it and you don't really know where to go, just you can Google it. But I'm telling you, this is the one that I really find. Go on Groupons, and this is not even a commercial. Go on Groupons, you can find all kind of little odd things like axe throwing. They have the little paint, with the paint parties and all kind. You can find all kind of crazy things on Groupons that'll give you ideas. And hey, let's go out and let's try this. Let's engine this thing out to work.
Groupon, that sponsorship we admit to get out there. Come on now,
you see all the teachers on
Groupon, man. So they did that. They increased their Groupon from the educated community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But our community.
Yeah.
Come on now. No, I'm saying I love it, bro. I think one of the things that I teach and I've been really pushing is this notion of critical consciousness, right? And in that critical consciousness, it's the ability really in many ways to reflect on what you've done and what you've been through, right? And at this side, you can look at the school year, look at all of the phases and the different ups and downs and different situations that you've been through, all the things, the relationships and interactions, and really take time to reflect on it and learn from it, right? And bring in those experiences, those lessons, good, bad, those challenges, right, obstacles, and those victories, those opportunities that you were able to maximize with students when you built relationships and you saw growth and you saw progress, kind of bringing all of that forward into this final phase and really being conscious of utilizing all of that to finish strong with, man. Like you said, it's very it can be very draining on the mind, body, and spirit to go 8 hours a day and not be happy, not feel a sense of satisfaction and really hating being in a place, or it's something that you feel depressed in a situation. And I when I was in class, I felt that type of pressure. But this sense of consciousness, when you understand that every opportunity is an opportunity, or every situation, every circumstance, whether good or bad, whether challenge or obstacle, is an opportunity to learn and grow. Thus, the perspective is important. It's powerful. The perspective. So, what I want to challenge my parents, my educators, my administrators, my community stakeholders, community leaders, anybody that's in a position to be, a part of the business that's supposed to raise, cultivate, and protect our children, is to really be conscious of how we perceive ourselves on a day in and day out basis, how we talk to ourselves, how we talk to the people that we're connected to, especially how we talk to our children, the conversation that we have, right, the language that was clear. I would say, I tell my sons, I tell the students that I work with, is that empowerment has a language, right? When you want to become the most powerful version of yourself, you speak a language that connects to that purpose, that connects to that pursuit, right? So we have to challenge ourselves to only speak the language that connects to us pursuing our most powerful selves, man. So in this final core, in this final phase, I want to challenge us to be mindful, to be cognizant, to be conscious of, to be aware of the words that's coming out of our mouth, and be mindful of how we are feeling at every moment. We find ourselves and say, look, I'm not feeling strong right now. I need to make an adjustment so that I can really change the perception, change the energy that I'm bringing into every environment, man, so my energy can be something that elevates other people and not brings people down. Right? Now from this,
I feel that. It sound like a game plan. It sound like it was halftime. He made some adjustments. Yeah, man. Hey, what? He made some adjustments. You come in there and you say, okay, I was down, I was this, but you have to notice it.
Yeah.
But and that's just it. You have to notice now. So, and then when you notice it, you make the proper adjustment. Man, one of the things that works for me every single morning, I'm listening to affirmations. Yeah. Like I wake up, man. The first thing that I do. I wake up, I have my devotion. I go with just on the spiritual side, and I'm not saying that, I'm not going to religion. I'm just saying me, person, my spiritual, that's the inner me. And so I go in with that round. I have my devotion. I have my meditation time. I have my affirmations going. And then I get up and I hit the gym. I work out, affirmations still in my ear. Affirmations still in my ear. And so I'm conscious of that. Because that's the day. That's the way I want my day to go. So I'm controlling. I'm controlling it by the time. The first thing that need to go in my ear. The first thing I need to see. All those things I control those days. No one else controls those things. And so when I can control, especially in the morning, when I can control that, I can control the rest of my day. Right. And so that's what you mean. You got to find something that. And I wake up. I'm a 4 o'clock in the morning doc. And the reason I do 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't have anyone disturbing me. It's about me. I don't never be a person that gets up and just go straight to work. So when you get up and take care of you first. Put the mask, what they say when the plane on down, the turbulence and all this, and we put the mask on you first. So you got to take care of you first before you can take care of anybody else. And so sometimes what we do, we care about people so much that we try to take care of people first instead of taking care of us. And so we're tired, we're fatigued. That's what good us to that point. Absolutely. And so now I'm frustrated. So if you take care of yourself, the frustration, I'm not saying you won't get frustrated. I'm not saying you won't get mad, things won't happen. But I'm saying just line self-care first. Yeah, take care of self first, and you'll start to see a change. You'll start to see the way you see certain things that just start changing up. Your perspective will start changing. I've just stated earlier.
Absolutely, man. I love that, man. Don't allow frustration, man, to be the core of what finishes this year. But you know what I'm saying? I was thinking as you were speaking about it. I know early in the year, I guess New Year's would be a good way to connect it, because at the beginning of every new year, quote unquote, we come in with new resolutions and new thoughts of how we're gonna take on the new year 2023. Say, but by this time of the year, we start a lot of stuff start happening and different distractions and different lights started to hit from different angles, and everything that we said we was gonna do, even though we had phenomenal intention. I mean, the thoughts and ideas and visions and things that we did, the vision board, right? We did we discussed it with the fam. We affirmed that it was gonna happen, but all these different things came about April at this time right now. We done got caught up, and we done forgot about the workout. We got the we was supposed to not say we what happened to the cuss jar?
Right.
We done threw the jar at the list.
Fried food.
With air. We gonna start stopping about AFC again. What I'm saying is let's recalibrate. Let's say, what I said I was gonna do at the beginning of this year, tap back in to finish the year.
Yeah.
Tap back in to finish this year, finish into the summer, let that momentum build back up so that we flow through the end of this year, and it has the most powerful impact on those that we are raising, that we're teaching, that we're guiding, that we're cultivating, man. Our young warrior scholars, our most powerful asset, man.
Yes. And if it's tough to break it down. I like it. Instead of doing New Year's resolution for myself, I break it down. I quarter that thing out. And matter of fact, we actually getting out of the first quarter, I'm going into the second quarter, and so I quarter it out, and it allowed me to be able to eat the elephant a whole lot easier by quartering it out. You put this big, and I'm talking about, I had one of my coaches had to really break that down for me, because I would get, I had this, my anxiety would just get out, because I feel like, man, I'm running out of time. I didn't get this done. Look, to slow down, what do you need to get? What's the emergency? What is it that needs to be done first, and take care of those things. And then just make a list. Make a list of all the things that you want to do. Well, first of all, make a list of all the things that you need to do, you have to do, and you want to do, and those things that you're dreaming about. And then you start to break that down and say, okay, this is what I need to do, and then you start putting, okay, I need to do this in the next month. I need to do this in the next 2 months. And you just break it down by quarters instead of breaking it down by a whole year. This year I'm going to buy this, or this year I'm going to do this in school, whatever it may be. Just break it down and say, hey, I need to enroll in school, or hey, I need to go, what I'm saying? So just step by step, it just makes it a lot easier. So
absolutely, man. Nah, man, let's reconnect to those things. Let's reconnect to that type of energy, man. I think, this time of year with anxiety kicks in, because all these things are coming up, from testing to, we in Paris VIPs go on to work, and we be all these different things. But for me, one of the things I learned is that all of those things gonna be there, whether you're rushing a tool, whether you're stumbling a tool. Right. We might as well take care of ourselves. We might as well prioritize that self-care, that mindfulness, that ability to understand how phenomenal and powerful we are. Really take time to critically reflect on what we've learned, bring that into the forefront so that we can utilize those lessons to apply to our actions. We might as well take time to do that, because all those services ought to be there anyway. If we go in more prepared, even stronger mind, body, and spirit, we'll be able to take those all with more, capacity, going into the end of this year. That's the mission. We're going to finish this year strong. We're going to finish into the summer, and we're going to have a phenomenal summer, productive, powerful, and we're going to be everything we're created to be. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I love it, man.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Jaleel, wow.
So not enough story.
Is there not enough stories? Okay, we will.
I'm been hot. Let's keep rock. That's credit stuff. That's where we at the.
I'm gonna cut that for, but I appreciate it.
We'll get this up. No, we gonna fit. We finished it strong, baby. This the finish strong episode. Yeah, it is through the year, into the summer, went whole middle.
Yes,
that's so keep.
Absolutely. So, hey guys, again, like what Coach just said, Coach Dave just said we're gonna finish strong. But what I need most of you to do Sound like
The bill has rocked.
the Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker.
There he is, Undertaker now. But no, what we're gonna do, we're gonna challenge some of you guys. Just I'm talking about, you can put it in video, you can put it in the comments. Just tell us some of the things you're gonna do with self-care. Right? Some of the things that you're gonna do on your campus that's gonna bring self-care not only to you but to the campus. Yep. So just hit us up. I want some ideas. You know, I'm not saying I have all the ideas, Coach Zay. Don't have all the ideas. I just I may piggyback off some of the things that you did. So
Yeah, I'm looking old. I love that. I want to know how we gonna love ourselves.
yeah.
I love ourselves individually and collectively. What are ways that we can show them? You know, a lot of times we talk about I do love, but you know, love is an action word, right? So what actions are we gonna take? You know what I'm saying? Because the way we love ourselves is an example of how our children will understand how to love themselves and to love those that are connected to them, man. So we want to be that powerful example for our children, for our youth, so that we get collectively as a community, whole stopper.
Already, let's see you see. Yeah. I love me some me.
I love me. That's what's up, man. But listen, this Ready Pipeline podcast, we finishing strong, man. Listen, we just kicked off our Pipeline of Power Builders 10K initiative. We are looking for 10,000 Pipeline of Power Builders. A Pipeline of Power Builder is somebody that understands that we must take full ownership and leadership of our position as the village that will raise, cultivate, and protect the opportunity for our youth, our young warrior scholars to reach their full power and potential. We looking for 10,000 warrior brothers and sisters that are ready to be the Pipeline of Power Builders that will build a pipeline for where our children are to where they were created to go. Listen, I need you. We need you. Let's go hit it. We all reach.
Know what it is. I want you to be ready. I want you to stay ready, and I want you to be all ready. It's me, Ted T.
Let's get it. Ready Pipeline. Let's spit it strong.
Yep.